I need somebody to help me understand how in the world did the Houston Texans go from playing in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs last year to an 0-4 start this season. DeAndre Hopkins being traded to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm just wondering how long it would be until Bill O'Brien was fired. We've watched Jerry Jones be the owner and the GM of the Dallas Cowboys, thinking he is smarter than everybody else in the room. I believe Bill O'Brien drunk some of that Jerry juice called massive ego, and it cost him his job. Hey, guys, let's jump into it right now. Welcome back to Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. Bill O'Brien had one job to do with the Texans since 2014. And then all of a sudden in 2019, they decided, hey, we're going to make you the interim GM. What were they thinking? And I guess he did such a great job of being interim GM at the top of 2020. They decided to make him the GM as well as the head coach of the team. Looking at some of the questionable acquisitions that O'Brien has made during his time as GM has many people scratching their heads. And I'm going to name off a couple of them for you. First, we're letting DeAndre Hopkins go for David Johnson, his impact on the game as well as his production has been abysmal since he's been in the league. Through 4 games this season, 51 times for 197 yards. I mean, during his time in the NFL, he's only cracked the 1,000-yard mark one time. I mean, I get it. This is a win now type league. I understand. And even though O'Brien pushed all of the chips to the center of the table back in 2019, he figured he'd go ahead and get some pieces. Even though the Texans got a 2020 second-round draft pick and a 2021 fourth-round draft pick, that doesn't mean what you got back for DeAndre Hopkins measures up to the production that DeAndre Hopkins gave you on the field. I'm trying to understand, what are we doing here? O'Brien made a trade for tackle Tunsil for the tackle of the Miami Dolphins, Tunsil, in 2019 so that he could shore up the blind side Watson. And I get it. I totally understand that. You know, you want to shore up that blind side of Watson to make sure that he's covered. He's able to stand in the pocket a little bit long for him to throw the ball down the field. And he was successful at doing that last season. The only question is, they blew the lead. They was up by 21 points against Kansas City and blew the lead. I'm sure that was another strike against O'Brien in that AFC divisional game. But the craziest, the biggest part in all of this, I believe, was his stubbornness as a GM, in which he didn't want to rework Hopkins' contract. Everybody in the world knew Hopkins had outplayed the contract that he was currently under. And he wouldn't budge. And I'm kind of thinking now with all of the transactions that he made, as far as picking up players, you know, picking up Tunsil, picking up Tunsil, and he didn't have no money left. I mean, him picking up Tunsil from the Miami Dolphins left them with no cash. I mean, they were cash strapped, period. So he had no choice but to let DeAndre Hopkins go, or he's gonna lose him for nothing. So, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, in this instance, I like I said, I don't think this guy made practical moves as a GM. But and I forgot this one here. I forgot that he traded Jadeveon Clowney to the Seattle Seahawks for 2 non-productive linebackers. One is still with the Houston Texans, and the other one is actually with the Chicago Bears. And he only has 2 tackles on the season. Come on, man, what are we doing? Jim O'Brien's playing by a different set of rules, and that led to his firing, period, point blank. Jim O'Brien was in over his head. I honestly believe he felt he could do the job, but that was something that I think that position should have went to someone else to allow him to continue to concentrate on the football team itself. Him assessing talent was not a strong suit, and it cost him. I mean, it cost him the Texans dearly. In each of the trades that O'Brien made, he got back less than what he traded away. The next GM is going to have his hands full, because guess what? The GM has no assets. So now he has to look at the team to see who he can trade away or try to make a deal to get more back for the team so that they can prepare themselves for the future. O'Brien was drinking that, like I said, O'Brien was drinking that Jerry juice, that massive ego juice, in which like I said, he's not able to sustain talent to keep he wasn't able to sustain the talent to keep the talent coming into the organization to continue to help them build so that they could become contenders. They were right there last season with the move that he made, but he got a little too greedy and didn't understand what was going on. And it cost him. It cost him. But guys, I guess one thing to learn is this: when you give up the farm to get production right away and that production does not pan out, only thing is going to be left to be fired. If you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also, be followed on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. And remember, guys, be that one and lead.